that is Biotech Quantum Technologies, and also QWorld for coming through and sponsoring us to be able to have this event. Would like to thank our speakers for coming through and taking their time to impart their knowledge on us. With that, I'll hand you over to Mega, who is the program director and a co-founder of Fe'stem, to give you a brief introduction before we get to our speakers.
I hope you can see me. Hello everyone, my name is Megha Pandit and I'm from India. I'm currently studying in the fields of STEM, and I'm really glad to announce our first event, the inauguration event of Fe'stem. Thanks to our sponsors, our Fe'stem members, our guest speakers, and all the participants who joined us. A special thanks once again to the Fe'stem team who worked hard day and night to make this event a successful one. I'd like to thank Juliet, Esther, Achal, and Sanskar, who have created a beautiful website, who have worked together on the contents and managing the details of each and every participant present over here. Thank you once again. And now everyone should be wondering, what is Fe'stem? The answer is as simple as a phrase. Fe'stem and females is for STEM. STEM is not gender biased and not even we. And for this, we just wanted to know, while there's a difference between our fields. A simple question to all of them. Do you know any female inventors over here? When I was asked this question 2 years back, I didn't have any answer. And one of my teacher, I'll not mention the name, well, one of my teacher, she explained that if you don't know the name of a person belonging to your field, your STEM, how would you learn? I was blank. I was literally blank. But this question actually inspired me to make up an organization called Fe'stem. Fe'stem works on a long-term vision of creating an environment very friendly for female and all the genders who are really literary feminists. We guide, we support, we provide you up with resources from locally to the globally. With these words, I would like to call our first guest speaker, Ms. Priyanka. She is from India and she is the professor at Government Women's Polytechnic. Ms. Priyanka, the floor is yours.
For that, and thank you so much, all of you team members, for inviting me to this day. And it really honored me that you think that I can speak in front of all of you. Yeah, so let's start. My name is Priyanka and I'm from India. And by profession, I am a teacher or by a professor. Like that. I know that all the students hate professor and hate teacher. I know that. From this hurt, like I know that. But kindly that I am a professor by profession. Okay. So, shall I start the speaking process? Sure, no? Okay, let's go. So, my today's topic is queens. First of all, we all know that the queen are the one who held the crown and just backfire. No. I'm not like that. There are a huge number of queens are there like that. All of the person who are here, they're also queens in different ways. Let's get to the point. Okay. So, your organization name is Fe'stem, right? Did you get the answer that F-E-S-T-E-M, right? F-E stand, if I'm not wrong, then let me elaborate your organization name. F-E stand for female and STEM, that is the STEM. In plant, the STEM is really a very important. We all know that. We heard the biology and everything, right? We know that in plant there is a STEM is very important in plants. So female are also just like that. In plants, the stem is only one, which helps the tree grow, and grow. In the same way, the female are also in this world helps the whole of the organization or whole of the family grow, 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 grow up to the infinite height, right? I'm not telling that, like, yeah, the male can't do that. No, no, it's not like that, right? But without female, there is nothing in this world. In the end, they are still the queens. You all are really cool, right? Make your parents proud. Make yourself a priority. Love yourself, right? And be strong, right? And there is only one example, a real life example we always see in our daily life, your mother. She is very strong. She is fierce when you are not eating your meals, right? And she is very funny because my mother is really funny. She's always like, how the cat should meow, then I will say meow meow, like this thing. And she used to laugh at me. So, like that, be a best version of yourself all the time. Never judge yourself, never doubt yourself that the what I am doing. Never. It will lose your confidence level, right? So, queens, at last but not the least, I will end up with this. Be a queen, right? And be strong. Never judge yourself. And love yourself, okay? And thank you, members, to let me invite in this event. I'm very feel honored. Thank you so much.
Thank you very, very much, Priyanka. That was very amazing, and it was an honor to hear from you. I've learned to be unique, and I will walk fearlessly, and I will not be afraid to be myself anymore.
Actually, I'm a type of funny girl. I used to be like Megha used to know me that I always she and I have always a conversation like meow meow and quack quack, and she will also do that. Oh hi quack quack like this, and we interact a lot like this all the time. So thank you everyone.
Thank you. We're happy we could hear from you, and we heard the wise words. I'm sure we all took note. Be unique, be strong, love yourself, and like she said, queens do cry behind closed doors. So she said, like what we have learned, sometimes it can be hard, it can be challenging, but it's okay to cry. Like, at times the going gets tough, but do not feel discouraged. It's okay to cry. It's once in a while you can cry. It's okay. Just remember to be strong, to be fearless, to be confident, and to love yourself. So to all of you listening, please do love yourself. I mean, I've learned firsthand, and I will love myself. And so thank you for coming through. So we'll move on to our next speaker. If there are any questions that you would like to ask to Priyanka, please just write them down in the chat, and then we'll give her a chance to respond to them. So moving on, we have our second speaker from Zimbabwe. He is the president of One Quantum Africa. They've recently just had a summit. That was a very successful summit, and is the one behind all that amazing work. He's also the chairman of Quantum in Zimbabwe, and is doing a great work moving he's doing great work in the quantum revolution in Africa and abroad. So would like to welcome our second speaker, Farai Mashandu. Farai, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's see how this works. I'm trying to do this from a mobile, so I hope I'm not appearing in an interesting way.
Oh yeah.
Around the same. Sure, sounds good.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
Great. So thank you very much for this initiative. Let me see. Who is here? So unfortunately, I have to twist my head because I'm using a mobile phone. Juliet, Kajau, Dennis, Esther, Asha, a lot of you. Obviously, I won't be able to go through the whole list. Thank you. Thank you for attending. So thank you very much for this initiative, and thank you for the support as well. I know some of you have been supporting our work, building One Quantum Africa, been supporting our work at the Quantum in Zimbabwe initiative. Quantum is new. It's not easy to get people to take along, but for those that do, we really appreciate it. So I've been thinking all along, what am I going to talk about to this group of fantastic people? And I had a moment to sit down and try to reflect over the years, to look at how my life has been like, what have been the things that I learned, what, sometimes you take a moment and you want to, look back and say, how has this been going? What can I learn from that and how do I move on? So it's been an interesting exercise. You should also try it as well. I encourage you guys to do it early on in life. I think it helps because sometimes you are able to notice things that are very useful and that you can learn from, or if you need to change direction, to change tact, to do anything different, you've got more time to iterate as it would be. So I'm going to share things that stood out for me as I reflected on my past so many years. Look, I've made many mistakes and learned a lot of stuff in that life. So I took time last year to write myself some advice, and I'm going to share that advice with you guys. Maybe it makes sense and it may be useful to some of you. Early on in life, especially, I'm also excited that I'm speaking to a lot of people who are younger than me. I'm not sure if there's anybody else older than me, but all the same, we stay young. All of us. I'm young at heart as well, so don't count me out. So travel is one thing that stands out for me. Travel, I also want to encourage you guys to do the same. So, you still have little responsibility, I assume, and you've got that room to travel. So please take it up. Maybe traveling around in your local countries. You'll be surprised to realize that there are people who don't even travel so much in their local communities, to just go to the nearest towns or the nearest communities. Like in Zimbabwe, our setup is that we've got urban and rural areas. So, for example, I'm joining you from Plumtree. It's rather a very small town, easily, merging with rural areas. So sometimes I go on foot around to learn about people around, to learn about my surroundings. I think it's very important. It humbles you. You realize that there's a lot that is happening. And, you feel challenged as well. And personally, I'm driven to solve problems that matter. So when I go out there, I think I learn firsthand about people's challenges, aspirations, opportunities, and I can always figure out if there's something that I can do or if I've got a role to play. So don't travel to obvious places. Travel to tough places. Travel to learn, not only to enjoy. Travel to discover. And to travel to places that will challenge you in terms of what you think you want to be. And top of all, travel humbles you. You realize that you occupy a very small part of the world. I'll tell you a story. There's a young boy who so perhaps contribute in a way that is impactful in your local communities, the global community, and to the environment as it would be. So thank you very much for this opportunity, and thank you very much for this initiative. I wish to see you guys growing from strength to strength. Thanks to the beautiful team that came together and decided to get this in place. Really amazing work. And it's important work. I think the world is more connected now. People can discuss and share knowledge and ideas, work together, collaborate, and move important conversations forward and help each other to succeed according to our own definitions of success. So all the best. May your best bands stay together, and may you please have fun and enjoy each and every moment. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Farai. Thank you for coming through, for the wise words. We have learned so much, and these are words that will carry us through. Will remember the importance of time and not rush things. So with that, thank you. And now moving on to our last speaker, we had two other speakers who are unable to join us. We had we had Jenny Morgan from from Microsoft, and we had Shalaka Verma also. But due to circumstances beyond our control and the pandemic, they were unable to join us. But nevertheless, we have an amazing speaker from Q World. We have Oslem Salehi. She's the coordinator at QTechie. She's a Q World board member and a program director at Q Silver, which I had the privilege to attend and had a great time. So she really planned that one very well, and we are looking forward to seeing more of her amazing work. So I'll leave it over to Oslem to take over to you, Oslem.
Thank you very much for the invitation. It's nice to be here, in this initiative. So can I share my screen?
Yes, you can share screen.
Okay. Okay, so I think you're able to see it.
Yes.
So today I will briefly talk about myself, and also I will introduce you Q World. So let's start. So I have a BS degree in maths in 2011. Then, but my real passion was to study computer science. And then I followed that path, and I did a master's degree in computer engineering, and then a PhD. I also have a daughter. She's right now around 2.5 years old. To be honest, it wasn't easy. I had my daughter during my PhD. So yes, it wasn't easy, but I was able to complete my PhD. So this is 2019. There's a typo. I completed my PhD in 2019. It wasn't on quantum computing. I did my PhD on automata theory, which is a subfield of theoretical computer science. So this is really a theoretical field. It's not very popular, automata theory. There are not many people in Turkey working on this field. But I liked it, and this is how I don't know. I started my master's, and I liked this topic, and then I ended up doing my PhD in automata theory. So, and I graduated in 2019. While I was doing my master's and PhD, I worked as a teaching assistant for 8 years. So you see my class here. This was our last photo in Boğaziçi University. I was a TA, and after that, after completing my PhD, so in Turkey to get a position in a university, a professor position, in a good university, in a respectable university, you need a postdoc experience in abroad. But I didn't have that at that time, and it wasn't possible for me to move to Europe or USA with my daughter together with my family. It wasn't possible. Then I started as a lecturer in Özyeğin University. But in the meanwhile, I was looking for still a postdoc position. But I waited for my daughter to grow up a little bit. And then there was this opportunity. And I started as a postdoctoral researcher at Poland, but I'm working remotely. So due to pandemics, as you know, right now everything is online, and so it was a nice opportunity.
Thank you very much, Oslem. Thank you for taking the time to be here with us. It was very great to hear from you, and I'm really happy to hear about all the work that Skilled has done, and I'm very inspired by your story, how you moved from participant to someone who went back to teaching. It's not an everyday thing that someone decides to give back to the community. Others just become participants, learn, and use that information to themselves. But you took it upon yourself to go back and also impart that knowledge with others. So that's something that's very inspiring and something that we hope to emulate to make the world a better place. And we appreciate you making the world a better place by, making such initiatives. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your kind words. Thank you.
You're welcome. For those who's there, you can check out their website. If Esther or someone could share it in the chat, but we'll make sure we'll share it in the chat. You can check up on their website. There's the link to their Discord channel. Everything is announced there, and it's a great community to be part of. Speaking first-hand information, I'm part of that community, and it's a great one to be. I've made friends there. I've learned a lot, and it's a fun place to be. It's a very good community and a relaxed community to learn quantum in. So it's a good space to be. That's very supportive and encouraging. So, okay, someone shared the link in the chat. Thank you, Meg.
I can do Discord. And here's the Discord link.
All right, thank you. The Discord link is also in the chat. So thank you. That was our final speaker. We'll have we'll have a few words from the youngest members on the team. So Anchal, you can unmute yourself.
Yes. Hi everyone. I'm Anchal. I'm from India. I'm currently studying the STEM field. I work as a volunteer in the Fe'stem organization. I am a server administrator of the Fe'stem. Fe'stem is like a platform where you can share your resources and get resources, get mentorship, and get new ideas and guided by the different peoples. So I am the youngest member of the Fe'stem, and Fe'stem allow you to explore new things, get updated to new technical things. That's it from my side. Thank you, Lauren.
All right, thank you, Anchal. We'll hear from Sanchita, who's also one of our youngest members, before I hand you over to Esther for a bit of a Q&A conversation. So, Sanchita, if you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, thank you, Lauren. So, hello everyone. My name is Sanchita and I'm from India. I am working as a network manager at Fe'stem, and I'm also the youngest volunteer at Fe'stem. So, working with Fe'stem helped me to explore variety of new things in various contexts. This global platform will help each one of you to have all the physical and virtual support, educational resources, not only this, various kinds of mentorship from all over the well-known personalities. I would like to encourage all the females out there to be a part of Fe'stem and fulfill all their wishes. We all are together on this new journey and on a long run. Thank you. Now, I would be forwarding a link in the chat section. Do access it to get your certificates. Thank you, Lauren.
Thank you, Sanchita. So, Esther, if there are any questions from the chat that you missed directed to Özlem or Priyanka, I'm sure Farah had to drop out for somewhere, but he sent his LinkedIn, so please feel free to connect and maybe forward your questions to him. But if you have any more questions for Özlem or Priyanka, Esther will present them now. So over to you, Esther.
Thank you so much, Lauren. And I would want to take this opportunity to thank the speakers. It was really inspiring, as well as the participants for coming and being part of Fe'stem. So I haven't seen any questions yet in the chat, except for the one that was addressed by. And I have a question for the speakers that are present. That is Priyanka and Özlem. So I'll start with Priyanka. You spoke about the difficulties that you faced during your STEM journey, and we just want to know what motivated you or what kept you going, because I think that's really important. And yeah, your story was really motivating. So we just wanted to know what kept you going in STEM.
In mind that we must be unique and fearless and to be queens. And also would like to thank Farai for all the lessons that he shared. And before we conclude, do not forget the link was just shared for one-on-one networking. If you still have time, there's one-on-one networking for an hour, so you can get a chance to speak to us or connect and make other friends. So networking is always good because it was through networking that I networked and ended up joining the QO community via networking and networking and networking. So it's a good thing to network. So before we end the meeting, Mega has something to say. So Mega.
All right, thank you everyone. So basically, I would start up with what Oslam said. That was very good. Yeah, starting up an organization is not an easy task, not even for us. When I started up with creating Fe'stem, first of all, me and basically Lauren, we thought of creating a small event maybe in the month of May that basically focused on females and STEM. So we got in the past few months we were looking for a big organization who could help us, who could give us a platform, who could help us with resources so that we can grow up, we can organize this Fe'stem. We went with our motto, we went with our vision to each and every organization. If there were maybe 70 of them every day, every night, maybe in the night because people are more active in the night for different countries. So it was like in the night we used to send emails and we used to discuss all of the facts, but we ended up with a big no. And it was so sad that at that time, I was so used to this word no that I actually used in my daily life. If somebody asked me, would you like to have a coffee with me? I would say no. That was something used to this word. But anyways, maybe if we have problems, we have the solution as well as attached to it. So we gave up. We didn't give up at that time. And if I would have given up at that time, I thought that I would have a regret at the time. Because I had words, I had sentences, but I could not make a story that is Fe'stem right now. I hope that Fe'stem works together with all of us, with all of the female basically, and give all of them a platform where they can speak, they can relate their story with our story and work together. With these words, I would like to say thank you to all the team members, all the participants, all the sponsors, all the guest speakers who were here with us. And we have our Run the World party, cocktail party, where you can join us and chat with us. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. Bye. Feel free to now drop out.